Hey guys, it's Moore-Lyons. I'm going to do a monthly market report here. We're going to try to do these monthly for you guys, put in our newsletter, social media, just give you a little bit of a synapse of what's going on in the market in layman's terms, so it's not just completely statistical slides. You don't even know what you're looking at. All right, so first little part, I'm just going to go over the sales within the market. So half duplex sales, detached sales, they're pretty equivalent with pricing and the actual sales market they're within. So everything's pretty high right now. And the reason for that, whether it be the half duplex world, the single detached world, or the townhouse world, and even the condo world, is actually over the last 10 years, it's been a pretty rough market for condos. Right now, it's been pretty high. The reason for that, we have super low inventory levels. And when we have low inventories, that just means there's not a whole lot to look at, and buyers are going to create competition on the properties that are available. So the big difference of what we are actually seeing right now, though, is interest rates going up to 5.5. So with the interest rates going up to 5.5 at the end of the day, it's pressing a lot of buyers that were in the 400 market down into that 380 to 350 market. So it's definitely becoming a better market for people to sell townhouses, half duplexes, etc. Condos still can be a little bit tough, as we do have a lot more inventory in condos, even though the sales are up. Okay, so what you could see in the home price index, which is a really cool tool that us realtors use to see, where's the price of your $400,000 home gone 2 years ago to said now. So say if you had a $400,000 home 2 years ago, last year it would have increased 25 to 50K within the spring market, and then kind of leveled back to the 425 market. And so that pricing kind of sat, and then over winter it dropped down, and now we're seeing it going back up to 425 market. So you can see that in the slides there. All these slides we could explain better with an education session if you ever want to just get a free, no obligation education session via Zoom. 15 minutes, goes over this and just explains the market to you and how it's relevant to whatever product you're either trying to buy or sell within this market. This slide here, you can see in that benchmark price where there's single family, which is the highest line. Things are doing quite well over the last 10 years. Same with half duplexes and townhouses. They kind of did a little bit of a nosedive for a while, started coming up, so it's been pretty good for townhouses for sales. As you can see, even though condo sales have been pretty high, the pricing and the ownership having a condo, there is a lot of depreciation that happens over time if you're not purchasing in strategic areas where there's going to be revamps going on with the city LRTs. I feel like you have to be a lot more strategic in purchasing or selling condos, especially when it comes to staging behind me. Very important pieces to get that kind of product sold in this market. So for interest rates, there's a lot of people that are still utilizing their 3.5% interest rate because they got locked in tail end of spring. So they're still purchasing this market with a pre-approval rate of 3.5, but we're going to see a big end of all those people that are holding those rates for 60 days through their mortgage broker. It's good to get in touch with a realtor so we get you in touch with the mortgage broker, hold the rate, even if you're not planning on purchasing something for the next couple of months. We want to keep those lower rates. So people that are jumping into these 5.5% interest rates now, it's making it tougher for them to get into the market that is a bit higher. So they might be a little pickier on, or a little bit more frugal on pricing. So, instead of purchasing the 4 market, now they're looking at the 360 market just to be paying that same mortgage rate. So over the last 10 years, interest rates haven't been this high since 2009. So that's kind of a new thing. It's something we haven't experienced in a really long time. We've been very blessed to have such low interest rates and basically free money. So it's going to change the dynamics of the market for sure. Net migration. So net migration is a good way to look at how many people are coming into Alberta, Edmonton, and there's a lot of people still moving into this province. And I would say with the clients that I generally work with right now, whether they're selling or buying, there's a lot of money coming in from that Vancouver and Toronto market where they're trying to put that money somewhere opposed to it sitting liquid in their bank if they sold a property, or they have a sale coming up where the possession is a month from now and they need to put that money into another property here. And the reason for that is not only because they want to invest here, it's because they've been priced out of their markets in Toronto or Vancouver. They've sold a $600,000 property at the beginning of spring, and they're trying to fly back into their market now, and they're late bloomers. Those condos or townhouses could be anywhere up to $800K now, and it essentially prices them out of that market, so they have to put that money into some kind of real estate again, which is generally Edmonton because we have the lowest vacancy rates for rentals, or they just come here and completely leave their lifestyle from Vancouver or Toronto. Unemployment rate, obviously super high during COVID. That's kind of normalized back to the 6% rate, which is pretty healthy if you look at other provinces and cities. And for us in this market, buying or selling, that just means more people are moving here for jobs and they're currently working. Okay, so the monthly full-time job growth has definitely gone up as well. This isn't just part-time positions anymore. There's a lot more full-time work that is coming out. There's been 20,000 other opportunities and jobs happening in Edmonton and even just in Alberta that we are trying to fill positions on, whether those be high-end professional jobs or just, your middle-class kind of working-class jobs. So if you found this super helpful and you'd like a quick education session, no obligation, just to see where you're at, whether it's a year from now, 2 years from now, on making a decision on investment, purchase, sale of your home. We'd love to give you some free education. I always say, as long as you're getting very educated on things, it takes the risk out of any kind of decision you're making. So getting educated on the market, how to be strategic as a buyer or seller in this market through a realtor that's seeing what's happening currently in the market really helps you. We are also seeing a pretty big influx of people dumping off their detached single families, trying to get into multifamily world because they're still utilizing interest rates through CMHC. That is 3.5% interest rates, but there's a 4 to 5 month wait on those applications. So it does take longer to get into 9plex like I'm standing in right now that our clients just purchased. So DM me, fire me off a call, text, anything. I'd love to help you with your real estate needs. Thanks for tuning in.